Right, Paul, obviously looking ahead to the Ashes, the big one towards the end of the year. I think first and foremost, what can people travelling down under expect for an Ashes tour?
Blimey, well, if they're sat with us, an amazingly good time, irrespective of the result, that's for sure. My first trip down there, obviously, when it was started 94-5, I went quite nervously as an independent traveller, and just being able to sit with other England fans, which is obviously what the Barmy Army's turned into, was amazing. So anyone that's going for their first trip, this Ashes trip, I think they're going to see a very competitive side on the pitch. You're led by, hopefully, Stokesy, injuries permitting. Some guys that have got belief that they can actually win over there, which is also great. But they're going to have an amazing time sat with us because the banter is one-sided. We support the England cricket team, we do it in a fun, patriotic way. The Aussies support the Aussie cricket team and they do it in a pathetic Australian way. So that won't change. So you're guaranteed to have a good laugh over there. And if we win, you need to be there if we win, right? It's better than celebrating at 4 o'clock in the morning in England in the freezing cold. So if you are there, and even a test match is pretty special. But if we can, get our Ashes back, that'd be amazing.
And for someone that has been there and seen it all, what would be some of your tips for people that are travelling down to Australia, whether it be that's the first time or the fourth time? What would be some of your key tips?
Key tips this time? Well, always, stick with us. If you're an independent, stick with us. Even whether you've come with our travel company, doesn't matter. There's venues to go to, good fun. Make sure you're there for 11 o'clock to sing Jerusalem. That's important. So don't have too late at nights like I've done far too many times. So enjoy it, mix and have a smile on your face, right? The Aussies will try and take that smile off. But I think, what we are that they're not is obviously, the best cricket supporters in the world. And they're definitely not. So enjoy it for what it is, and any day's victories or test match victory or series victory, enjoy it because it's going to be historic and memorable and talked about for years. So you've got a chance to watch absolute history, and whatever happens, you'll have an amazing time.
And then obviously there will be people that have never done it before, might be a bit nervous, and obviously the prospect of travelling with the Barmy Army makes that, I guess, a bit more appealing. For those people that might be sort of apprehensive, what would your message to them be?
Don't be apprehensive, get a chatting to the people, right? Cricket fans are cricket fans. They love the best sport in the world, as far as I'm concerned, and you've travelled all the way to Australia, spent thousands of pounds to watch England play. Make sure you communicate with everyone else, because you won't find they're not going to bite you. They might know each other already. Over 50% of people that go to Australia on this trip for the Ashes, most of them will be their first trip to Australia, certainly, whether they've been to watch England anywhere else in the world recently. I'm not sure, but a lot of them will be in the same boat. And as I said, it's a case of introducing yourself, not expecting everyone that's already been on tours and know each other to necessarily come up and introduce themselves to you. So be proactive, get to know everybody, join in with the songs, come up with some songs, whatever you do, sing the songs, get behind England and have a great time. It is, and that's why it makes me smile now. I just wish I was 30, not 60, and I could start the journey again, because I wouldn't change much of it, that's for sure.
And it's an amazing journey, and obviously, like I said, you've seen it from the start, you're still heavily involved now. Can you sum up how excited you are for this next Ashes Down Under?
Oh, really excited. Where I'm really excited is I want Joe to go out and prove all the pundits wrong. I want him to be getting 2 or 3 big hundreds, a bit like Cookie did in 10-11. So I think Joe needs to perform for England to win. And looking forward to Stokesy and the maverick type of captaincy that he's got, and seeing how that works out, because the Aussies are normally known for that. So it's nice to have Stokesy with his box of tricks, if you like, and then the pure pace of Wood and Archer. Just hoping one of them's fit for every Test match, and if not, let's hope we've got a couple of players come through this summer, and we've got the squad is going to look great on paper. We've got every chance to beat the Australians. Most of these Test matches are results. There's 5 of them. Let's win 3-2, right? Why not?
And we caught with Dave earlier, obviously, about some of his favourite Ashes memories. So it's going to be the same question to you. Can you just talk me through some of your favourite Ashes memories?
My one's a weird one actually. My favourite, and I don't know whether it was Dave's, but was when we lost the Ashes in Perth in '06. It wasn't a great tour for lots of reasons, but I'll never forget that day. On the fifth day we lost, and we were singing for nearly 3 hours at the end of the game, so much so that the security and everyone who thought we were brilliant and were taking pictures of the Barmy Army singing 3 hours later when they thought they were going to get a trap and they were still there working. That was one of my favourite memories. Super Fred's Barmy Army, non-stop. Always someone singing Super Freds until their voice went, and then they'd point at someone else who would carry on. So that 3 hour period in Perth was, for me, it's given me hairs on the back of my neck now, and that sums up. So we didn't win anything. We lost 5-0 that series. Perth was probably the biggest thrashing we had, but there's my favourite memory of the Ashes, right? Is a 5-0 loss, of which Perth was probably the worst loss. But those 3 hours at the end of it, just letting, and the Aussie players and the Aussie media were just, where do these guys get this from? They didn't, and their disbelief at what we were doing. Not that we were doing it on purpose. That's what everybody felt like doing, and we all did it together. And everyone was singing and felt like, giving it back to the Aussies. We might have lost, but we're going to beat you in the song contest yet again. So that's probably my favourite memory.